Welcome back to Curfew Stories, Volume 10, A Milestone. And for this occasion, we are crossing a border. We are leaving the known world behind. Tonight, we don't look under the bed. We look at the spaces that were never meant to hold us. The quiet hallway that feels too long. The empty playground in the middle of the night. The place where the light is wrong. We are exploring the uncanny. The moment your home doesn't feel like home anymore. These are the stories that were found in the cracks of reality. This is the uncanny spaces. The forever hallway. It was 3 a.m. Elias had just moved into a new apartment complex, a massive modern structure. He was tired. His keys felt heavy. The hallway was brightly lit, a pristine white corridor lined with identical dark doors. It was quiet, too quiet. He started walking toward his apartment, door 412. He counted the doors. 402, 404, 406, but the numbers started to repeat. Elias stopped. He looked back. The elevator he had just exited was gone. Behind him was just more identical hallway. He ran. He banged on the doors, screaming for help. But the doors were cold, solid, like painted concrete. The air grew still. The only sound was his own ragged breath. He looked up, and for a split second, the lights flickered, revealing something standing just beyond the light. A figure waltzing in the silence. When the light came back, it was closer. Elias is still walking that hallway. 402, 404, 406. The midnight Garrison. In the heart of an abandoned amusement park, there is a legendary ride, the Midnight Garrison. In the 80s, a child had gone missing on it, and the park closed forever. Locals said the ride would turn itself on once every 10 years. A group of urban explorers decided to film it, but as midnight approached, the laughter stopped. The wind died. A single tinny note of organ music played. The wooden horses, their paint chipped and eyes wide, began to rotate faster and faster. The explorers realized the horses were changing. Their faces were contorted in agony. The organ music was now a chaotic, distorted scream. And in the center sat the child. But his face was a blur of gray pixels. He raised a finger, pointing at them. All the cameras died at once. When they came back on, the explorers were gone. But there was a new horse added to the ride, a twisted figure that looked remarkably like their leader. The rain-slicked street, a city in the grip of a relentless gray rain. The streets were slick, mirroring neon lights of closed shops. A lone woman, Maya, was driving home. Her GPS was malfunctioning, its map a blur of corrupted code. The city felt unfamiliar. She kept turning left, but always ended up on the same intersection, the corner. The only other car was a pristine vintage black sedan, always parked in the same spot. its headlights cutting through the rain. The sedan's engine roared. It began to follow her. She tried to speed up, but the corner kept repeating. The sedan was always just behind her, its headlights impossibly bright. Finally, she crashed. The black sedan pulled up next to her. Maya looked into the darkness of the car, and for a split second, she saw an endless, rain-slicked void. The sedan is still waiting for you. The White Room. A story from a forgotten research facility. The White Room. It was an isolation chamber. No sound, no light. Perfect silence. A test subject, David, was sealed inside. He realized the room wasn't empty. It was filled with the collective consciousness of those before him. He began to peel the skin off his own hands, his thoughts a chaotic voice telling him that reality was a construct and the only truth was the void. When they finally opened the door, David was gone. There was only a perfect white void, a silence that holds a thought. I am finally free. It was 2 a.m. Mark was walking home through a part of the city he had known his whole life. But then he saw it. A playground. A perfectly maintained, colorful playground, nestled between two towering, windowless concrete buildings. He had never seen it before. The air around it felt static, as if the oxygen had been replaced by old electricity. He stepped onto the rubber mulch. The swings were moving in perfect unison, despite there being no wind. There were no shadows. The light seemed to come from the ground itself. Mark sat on a bench, and suddenly he couldn't hear the city anymore. No cars, no distant sirens, just a low, rhythmic thumping, like a massive machine working deep beneath the slides. He tried to leave, but every exit led back to the center of the playground. He looked at the spiral slide. A small, pale hand reached out from the top, beckoning him. Then a voice hollow and electronic whispered over the intercom, "Restless is forever. Mark, he is still there, sitting on that bench, waiting for a sunrise that will never come to a place that doesn't exist." Sarah worked late in a corporate skyscraper. One night, the elevator malfunctioned. It stopped between the 13th and 14th floors. The doors opened to a floor that wasn't on the directory. It was a vast office space with flickering, sickly yellow fluorescent light. The desks were covered in thick dust, but the computers were all humming. Every screen displayed a live feed of Sarah in the elevator. She stepped out, her heart hammering. She heard the sound of typing thousands of keys hitting at once, but the room was empty. Then she saw the employees, mannequins dressed in business suits, their plastic faces carved into expressions of silent screaming. The typing stopped. All the mannequins turned their heads toward her in a single synchronized snap. The elevator doors began to close. Sarah lunged for them, barely making it inside. When she reached the lobby, the guard told her the 13th floor, had been walled off. But when she got home, she turned on her laptop and saw a live feed of herself sitting in her own living room. The last train had already left, or so James thought. He stood on the deserted platform, the tiles stained and smelling of damp stone. Suddenly a train pulled in. It was old wooden benches, warm amber lights, and no advertisements. The doors hissed open. The train didn't stop at his station. It just kept moving through a tunnel that seemed to go on for hours. He looked at the other passengers. They were all staring straight ahead, their eyes milky white and unblinking. The conductor's voice crackled. Last stop. Please leave your soul behind. The doors opened to a platform that was identical but inverted. His own reflection in the window stayed on the train, smiling at him as the doors closed. James is now a ghost. In a new suburban development, there was one house that was always open, the model home. It was perfect. Plastic fruit, perfectly made beds. A young couple, Leo and Clara, wandered in, joking about how fake it all felt. The front door locked behind them. The windows didn't show the street. They showed a photograph. The stairs led to a second floor that was just a mirror image. They found the family in the dining room. Wax figures sitting around a table of plastic turkey. Clara touched the mother's hand. It was warm. Leo and Clara are now part of the display, their skin slowly turning to wax, forever smiling in the perfect house. 8 stories, 8 spaces. The void is still waiting. Subscribe and never trust a place that feels too quiet.